Hello, friends. Welcome to another round of my sports picks, my sports predictions. As always, we'll be covering NFL games. This time I only have, I think, 7 games in total. So, yeah, we'll be covering 7 games. And the first game that I have for you is the Commanders against the Eagles. Now, I think this is going to be a close game, but not that close. The Eagles are very, very powerful right now. They have 5 consecutive wins in their last 5 games. And the Commanders have 2 consecutive wins, which is good, but I mean, against 5, it's very, very hard to beat this. Very, very hard. And yeah, I think the Commanders have the chance to, the Eagles will win. They will continue dominating, not just on the last 5 games, but on the historical head to head. So yeah. Okay, so the first game that was Commanders against the Eagles, I told you the Eagles are going to win. This is the list, my list that I always present to you, and I of course will update this once the games are over. I couldn't save the last round for some reason, but there's not really much to update. That was a really bad one. I got many of them. I think I missed a couple of them, but it's nowhere near my usual percentage, which is around 80 to beyond. I think the highest that I ever got is 99% in like 2 or 3 consecutive rounds. So that is pretty good, but yeah. Okay, so next up we have the Panthers against the Cardinals, and yeah, this is going to be kind of easy for me. I think the Cardinals are going to win, even though they have been disappointing in my latest picks. Every time I chose the Cardinals, they lose for some reason. It's like they don't like winning with me or something like that. For example, I chose the Cardinals for this game against the Seahawks. They lost. I think I chose this against the Vikings, but I'm not sure because I think this was, yeah, I think that was the case. I actually chose or was it? Because it was a very close game. Now that I'm seeing it, 23 to 22, very, very close, very tight. But yeah, the Cardinals are looking a little bit better than the Panthers. The Panthers are one of the bottom teams, so yeah, it's not looking good for them. And the Cardinals are not in the best shape right now, but at least they have 1 win in the last game, so that sets a precedent, I think, something like that. Historically, the Panthers just absolutely dominate the Cardinals, but for some reason, given this recent win, I think this can be repeated once again, because the Cardinals, at least on paper, they look better. They are not like way better. They are performing way better, something like that. So yeah, Cardinals are going to get the game. Now next up we have the Jets against the Rams. Yeah, I think this is going to be an easy one. The Rams are going to win. The Jets, even though they score one of the surprise wins against I forgot who it was, but it was one of the games that I missed. It was one of the games that I told you it will happen. I think it was against the Dolphins. So yeah, they won on overtime. Was it? No, it was against the Jaguars. Yeah, it was against the Jaguars. I told my people the Jaguars are going to win, but they didn't. The Jets actually scored one of the only wins that they have in these last 3 months. So really, really crazy. But yeah, the Rams are looking way better than these 3 consecutive wins. I think they can easily get this, even though they are playing as a away team. Okay, so that was the Rams. Now the next game that we have is the Falcons against the Giants. Now this, I think, is the hardest game. Both of these two teams are very equal in quality. Now the stats show that at least for the 5 consecutive last 5 games, the Falcons are looking better because they score a win against the Raiders, which is also one of the bottom teams. So yeah, the Giants are, at least on these last 5 games and even last almost 10 games, they are really, really struggling right now. and the Falcons just look way better. So yeah, my pick is that the Falcons are going to win that game, but I think it's going to be close, like I was saying. I think it's going to be close. Historically, it's kind of slightly towards the Falcons, but not just that dominating. But yeah, for this game, I'm going with the Falcons. Next up, we have the Colts against the Titans, and we have the Colts for the win. Now, you guys know, if you have been watching my rounds, that I tend to pick the Colts not because I like them, but because they somehow appear in most of my predictions. And in some cases, they tend to win, but in others, I mean, man, they just disappoint massively. For example, I told my people they will win against the Broncos, and they didn't. Like the opposite score, 31-13. Very interesting. For those of you who know, yeah, I'm not going to say that, but yeah, for those of you who know, you know what I'm referring to. So yeah, we have the Colts against the Titans. The Titans are looking a little less impressive as the Colts, which is not really that impressive, to be honest, but at least they have 2 wins, only 1 win for the Titans. And historically, I think in the last the last 5 games or so, the Titans tend to dominate the Colts. But yeah, I think the Colts can change history, can add 1 for the record, and can secure a solid win against the Titans. Next up, we have the Bears against the Lions. I mean, is this even worth? I mean, I'm just choosing random games, guys. Don't think that I'm choosing the easiest ones, but this one, I mean, for Bears to win that game, I mean, it's just basically impossible. But if they do win that game, it will be one of the worst upsets ever, like absolutely ever. Because now looking at it, I didn't realize the Lions lost against the Bills. This is the end of their streak. Very amazing streak. They even defeated the Vikings, which I predicted, and I actually watched that game. I don't usually watch many of these games, and I actually watched this one, and I was very, very, very amazed at the precision, at the accuracy of my prediction. But yeah, finally they lost that streak against the Bills. But yeah, the Bears don't have anything going for them, in my opinion, even though the last game was very close. I don't think that's going to be the case anymore, and I think the Lions can secure another win. Historically, it's kind of toe for toe for these 2 teams, but I think the Lions have what it needs to actually secure that victory. So yeah, I think this is the last game, the Bengals against the Browns. So yeah, I think the Browns are going to win. I mean, I'm looking at this, looking at my notes, and I realize it's actually the Bengals for some reason. Yeah, it's the Bengals who are going to win that game. So let's take a look at the stats. Let's see what they got. And yeah, I think the Bengals look better. They have 2 consecutive wins in the last 5 games. This is good. This can be the start of a small streak, a decent streak, until they eventually met a very strong team, I think. But yeah, historically, it's kind of slightly towards in favor of the Bengals. So yeah, I think the Bengals can win this game. It's going to be tight. It's going to be close, but I think they have what it takes. And the Browns just look not that impressive compared to the Bengals. So yeah, 7 games, 7 picks. Let's see what happens. It's very near the end of NFL season. After this, I think I will do another sport if you want. I think I'm leaning towards boxing, MMA, what is mixed martial arts, baseball, maybe even when it starts, basketball, and soccer, obviously. But soccer, I mean, man, soccer matches are very, very close, very, very tight, very, very difficult to predict. There's a reason why 90% of people out there on YouTube of sports betting channels they actually never touch soccer. Not only because it supposedly is not popular to American audiences, but it's because it's extremely difficult. The fact that you have a third variable, which is the tie, a draw, is very likely to happen in many matchups. I mean, that makes it very, very difficult. But one day I will share these soccer picks for those of you who are soccer fans. But yeah, anyways, that's all I have for you, and I'll see you guys next time. Once again, to remind you all to subscribe, share, and like. Hit the like button, give me your comments, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.